All right, man. Let's talk about Bruce Arians stepping down, and now we have a new coach in Tampa with Todd Bowles, who used to coach the New York Jets. Bruce Arians is now stepping down as the head coach. No, he didn't get fired. No, he's not going into retirement or going to another team. He is now going into a front office role uh, with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Says the Todd Bowles to take over as head coach of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Bruce Arians stepping into a front office role. And one guy I kind of feel bad for is Byron Leftwich, real quick, because he should have got the job in Jacksonville. Um, Most definitely should have got that job, but he didn't want to. He didn't want to do. He didn't want to go into that job as GM that they wanted to keep there, and that's totally understandable. Um, Totally understandable, bro. So if it's not gonna be right, I'm not gonna jump in there um and argue about draft picks and argue about personnel with a guy that's not my guy. And that's why, that's why people look at Jacksonville a little bit different. They can draft all the high character guys they got, but it's not gonna change the fact that, off base real quick, they had issues with Tom Coughlin and black players. You know what I'm saying? It's just not gonna change none of the situations that they had there, bro. Had a lot of issues there with finding black players and not finding some of the other players, and um, I think Shad Khan might be out of his truth there as an only minority owner in the NFL. Um, he definitely may be a little bit not know what to do. Maybe they need to get him a consultant or something like that to help him figure all this stuff out, because it's not easy being owner, and especially he knows nothing probably about American football. So, but that could be a good thing too, because a lot of time you don't want somebody dabbling in front office work. At least he not that good. So the whole Tom, the whole not Tom, man, what's the boy name? Urban Meyer situation just wasn't a good look. So that is what it is. But like I said, it's good for them for sure. Um, Todd Bowles is a good man. Did he, flake out with the Jets? Yeah, been a lot of flaking out with Woody Johnson Jets. It says Tampa Bruce Arians stepping down after 3 seasons as Tampa Bay head coach and moving into the front office role with the organization. Team announced Wednesday night. Tampa Bay defensive coordinator Todd Bowles would replace Arians as head coach. A league source told ESPN's Adam Schefter that the Bucs finalized a new 5-year head coaching contract with Bowles earlier Wednesday. Arians told ESPN he doesn't see the change as a retirement. Quote, no, I'm moving to the front office. He said in text messages, I'm still working. Arians played a role in evaluating draft prospects, and move to the front office ensures that he will continue. That will continue. His new job title will be senior football consultant. Despite many health scares throughout his career, Arians 69 said this move was in no way motivated by his health. Arians and the Bucs had been working on a succession plan over the past several weeks, and Arians informed players and members of the coaching staff of the new news before the team's announcement. Arians went 31-18, with a 633 win percentage in 3 campaigns for Tampa Bay, the highest win percentage of any coach in Bucs history. He led the team to a victory in Super Bowl LV following the 2020 season. He won 5 playoff games with the Bucs. The previous Tampa Bay coaches won 6 combined. Said, "quote I have spent most of the last 50 years of my life on the sidelines of football coach in one form or another. Today, I made the decision to move from the sidelines to another role with the Buccaneers front office. Assistant General Manager Jason Light and his staff. Aaron said in a statement, "quote, I love football, I love the relationships, the strategy, the competition, everything. It's been one hell of a ride, but I know this is right. It's the right time for me to make that transition." A source told ESPN the Bowles was informed Monday of Arians' decision to step aside, and promote him. Arians had long thoughts of Bowles as his successor. Bowles did not land the head coaching job elsewhere. Bowles interviewed for head coaching Vegas season, Minnesota, Chicago. Bowles 50 was previously the head coach of the New York Jets from 2015 to 2018, where he went 24-40. He has also served as interim coach of the Miami Dolphins for 3 games. The end of the 2011 season, going 2-1. Bowles' presence ensures continuity on the Bucs staff and has been largely unchanged since the Super Bowl win, with exceptions of departures by assistant Mike Caldwell, Cody Graham, and Tor Well, coach of my Detroit Lions. Check my Detroit channel out, Mother Sports Talk. So he said, I'm appreciative of the family, listen, light, for having the faith in me to take on this role, and Coach Arians for his support and guidance over the past 4 decades. Both said in a statement, Tampa has become home for my family. We are excited to remain a part of the community for years to come. As an organization, we have all the pieces in place to continue the winning standard that has been established here in recent years. I'm eager to get started with our players, coaching staff, front office in preparation for the 2022 season. So he's going over his fucking history. Shit. I wrote a book. Wrote a book. So I mean, that is what it is. Most people saying Tom Brady wanted him gone. In the beginning, he did throw Tom Brady under the bus several times. Several times he threw him under the bus the first season. So to me, um, I always thought that they won in spite of him. It's my opinion. That's what I always felt about him and about Bruce Arians. But one thing you could say about Bruce Arians, he employed the brothers. I ain't gonna lie, he employed the brothers. You know, he made sure that the brothers had a job, from Todd Bowles to Arnold L to Byron Leftwich, and put them in great positions to be head coaches. But we already know what it really is about minority coaches in the NFL. Now the NFL is, what they say, they giving draft picks or they giving something out if you hire a minority offensive coach, and instead of working to fix the problem, they working around the problem. But congratulations to Todd Bowles, man. Hell of a defense over there, but it's a totally different thing from being the coach and the coordinator. And now he get a second look. Now he get a second look. Maybe, he can do some things different and see what he did wrong. Seeing what Bruce Arians did, people just think being the head coach is being a great coordinator. I mean, that's you. To be honest, X's and O's is probably like the fifth thing down the line. You have to be able. It's like being a manager or a team leader. You got to be able to manage personalities. You got to be able to discipline. You got to be able to set bus schedules, hotel schedules. When somebody step out of line to break curfew, you got to be able to handle that. It's more of a social position than it is X's and O's. And that's why a lot of head coaches don't like calling it X's and O's. Why? Because you got too much other stuff going around. John Harbaugh was a special teams coach. He never called offense and defense. Still a head coach. So X's and O's is like down there socially. How can you, control and lead a group of men, on the field? How can you manage coordinators? How can you sit on a defensive meeting? You can't just be defense and not know offense. That's why a lot of times when coordinators become head coaches, it don't work. Because you still just treating it like it's one side of the ball. I handle the offense. I got a defense. I got to be the defensive head coach. But you got to know what's going on: defense, special teams, offense, the DBs, the linebackers, the linemen, the O line, the tight ends. You got to be involved in all of that. So calling plays is just it's hard. It's hard, man. You really got, if you're gonna really call plays defensively, you really got to have a good defensive coordinator. But hey, check out the NFL playlist. Hit the link. You find me on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Twitch, and much more. Want to financially support the channel? Cash App, $ CJ Good 313, Venmo, CJ Good 313, PayPal subscription. That's for the donate, comment, thumbs up, share the video, subscribe to the channel, subscribe button, the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase chance notification. Hit the NFL playlist for more videos like this. Let me know in the comment section. Peace.